Hello and welcome to Wisdom Bites. Hope you're well. Thank you once again for joining us. Very much appreciated. I thought I would do this a very quick emergency update from the last video that I did. So a couple of days ago, I did this video for you, and this was entitled Bitcoin to 26,000 in the next 24 hours. And obviously we've now got that pump yesterday. So within 24 hours, we got this target that we wanted to meet. So you're probably wondering what's next for Bitcoin. Okay, so I'll do a further analysis for you in terms of exactly where I think the market is going according to the charts and what could happen possibly in the next 7 days or so. So if that sounds interesting, then without further ado, then let's get cracking. But before I do that, as usual, the disclaimer that please remember, these videos are all for educational purposes only. Everything I say in here is for educational purposes. Nothing should be taken as financial advice. Please do your own research, and I hope and expect you to do that before making any decisions. These crypto assets are very volatile, and as you can see with the prices, they can go up and down or what have you. I wouldn't want anybody to lose any money, so please do your wider research. So with that out of the way, without further ado, let's get cracking on this one. So let's have a look at the current chart. This is the 1 hour chart here. So what I want to show you is that this was the target that we had at 26,200. Obviously we've gone above that, and that target was based on this double bottom pattern that I've been showing you for quite a few months now. It does tend to have, if you look at this double bottom pattern, as soon as you can see this part forming, you know there's another leg down. If it does form into a double bottom pattern, then the way to measure the actual increase is by just taking the line from the top of the W here to the bottom of the left hand side of the W there, and then when you break that up to the top, you get your target of 26,000. So we've met that target. So what's next for Bitcoin? Well, there are two more targets actually. It seems to have nearly met the second target, and that is based on the pivots. If you remember, just a couple of weeks ago, I showed you these pivots, and my first target for the December pivot, if I go to the daily chart, and these are the monthly pivots actually. I'll take these lines out. So as you know from a few videos ago, I gave you these are the December pivots here, and the first R1 was at 22,000, and I said to you a couple of weeks ago that we're going to be hitting this 22,000. Obviously there was the R2 line, which we've just hit now at 24,260. We're now coming up to the third one, which is at 28,631. So in that video I gave you these three and also the final one here, and I didn't think that this would be hit, or even this one actually. This was still quite improbable, although it was possible. It looked to me as though R1 and R2 was the lines that were going to be hit, but obviously we've now gone much further than that. So the next target is this R3 line, which we've nearly come to now, and that is exactly at around about 28,600. And the final one, which I really don't think we're going to get to this level. There isn't enough time. We're on the 27th of December now, but that's at 33,000. So this is the next target. I think we will hit this at 28,600, although we're having a little bit of a correction at the moment. But then the other target, the second target, I think we're going to hit before the major correction comes. And obviously the major correction can come at the 28,600. So I would be looking to take a little bit of partial profits here. And if it goes up to the next level, which I'm going to show you in a second, then I would take further partial profits. Now, in the last video, I also showed you the Fibonacci retracement. So if you take these pivots away, and you look at the Fibonacci retracement, and you go on to the weekly chart, the next target we can see from the Fibonacci retracement, if we take it from the previous all-time high at 19,800 and take it to the bottom here of our bear market, which is at 3,100 there, this will give us the next target for Bitcoin to retrace back from. it's always at the 61.8 level. As we know from, if you've been watching my videos, that Bitcoin has a very strong affinity to the 61.8 level here. So as you can see from this target, it's at 30,100, let's say. So approximately 30,000. So this is where I'm expecting the retracement. Will it definitely happen? Of course, there's no guarantees with that. It could easily run up to the next level, but ask yourself, after this huge parabolic rise, what's the probability of going up to the next level, which is at 46,800? Well, the possibility is obviously there, but I would say it's highly improbable it's going to go to the next level up there. So for me anyway, my first target is the 28,600 pivot level for R3, and the second target is the 30,000 at the 61.8 on the Fibonacci retracement. And after that, there is a very high probable chance of the market coming back down. So, you know, all I'm giving you is some warning signs that there is now, this market looks really very overbought and very overextended. And really we're getting to the point where within the next week to 2 weeks, possibly even 3 weeks, we're really going to have to come back. So the question is, where do we come back to? As I showed you in the last video, where I'm expecting the market to come back to is this 21 weekly exponential moving average. As you know from historical trends, it has a habit of coming back to this level. So now, having gone so far above it, it looks highly probable that we're going to be coming back down to the 21 weekly exponential moving average, which currently this week is at about 16,100 level now. It was at 15.9 last time we had a look at this. So it's around about this 16.2, 16.3 level. By next week, that should go up to about 17,000, and the following week to about 18,000. So approximately between the next couple of weeks, if we retrace back, the 21 weekly is going to be around the 18,000. So for me anyway, I'm looking to take partial profits at these levels and at the 30,000 mark. Everybody has to make up their own mind what they want to do. Whatever the risk level and the management of your portfolio you have and your strategies and what have you, you have to work it out from there. But for me, it would be sensible to take 10-15% profits here as well until it comes back down to the 21 weekly exponential moving average and buy back at a lower price. And the price I'm looking at really is around the 18,000 level. Now, some danger signs I want you to be alerted to, because it really is a very overbought market, very, very overextended. And I just want to bring this to you because it wouldn't be very fair for me to keep saying that we're going to go to 30,000 and etc., etc. You may get the impression it's just going to keep on going. I don't want to give that impression. I think we have to be very, very careful and very responsible here. I just want to bring your attention to the RSI here on the weekly chart. And what I want to show you is that if you take this RSI on the weekly chart at the 90 level, this is a 90 level RSI line, and we've just now pierced just above it. And the previous two times we pierced, we've only actually pierced it twice in the last 5 years. The last time was actually when the market was right at the top at the previous all-time high at 19,800. And we know what happened after that. And the one time before that was this point here. As you can see, we topped out just over here, there. And the percentage fall we got at that point, if we take the level from there down to this level here, there was a 40% fall. So there is a major correction coming. Everybody has to make up their own mind. Please don't take this as financial advice. I'm only telling you what my opinions and my feelings are and what the charts are telling me. This is what I make my decisions on. And I can obviously get it wrong. I can get them right sometimes, get them wrong sometimes. Everybody has to take their own decisions and take responsibility for their decisions. But I can tell you that this market is extremely overbought, and it's only a matter of time. It could be even today to the next 7 days. It could even take 2 or 3 weeks, because look, we've had markets extended before here, but it still kept on going up to that point and came back down. So we are really at the peaks, but the peak can be pushed a little bit further, and that could be a day, a week, or even a couple of weeks. So it may well be that we go up to the 30,000, and this one just pierces a little bit higher, and then it makes a drive down. But certainly these are levels where you need to be really, really careful. And if you're in it for the long run, then you can just ride it out if that's what you want to do. And for majority of my portfolio, I'm talking about 80 to 90%, I'm not going to be touching that. That's going to be ridden all the way up to my target of 300,000 up here. So this is where we're aiming for. And I've shown you this many, many times in previous videos as well. So just be aware, we are really overbought and over extended at this current moment in time. The final thing I want to show you on the Bitcoin is this weekly chart and this long-term chart I show you every video, and that is simply because you've got to keep everything in perspective. And the current price is very similar and resembling the price that occurred in the 2016 bull market just before we went into this parabolic phase. So as you can see here, when we left this red channel here, which corresponds to the current red channel that we've just left on this side here, it is very, very similar to what could possibly happen. So currently we're gone to this part of it here, but as you can see from here, the corresponding channel in 2016, we came back. So it's only a matter of time before we come back and retest this top of this channel, which is going to be around the 18,000 mark. And then we're really ready to go into this parabolic phase here. So just keep that in mind. We are really overextended. And I just want to just let you know the full picture. The whole thing about Bitcoin is not always bullish. There is a bearish phase to the Bitcoin price rallies. And I just want to point this out to you. If you want to support the channel, then please click on any of my videos, and then below the videos you'll find a box called Show More, which gives you a description box, and in that description box is the affiliate link with Etoro that I have. So I partner up with Etoro because that's the main exchange I use for all my investments. These are the reasons why I tend to use Etoro. It's a very simple exchange to use in terms of depositing money and withdrawing the money, as well as trading if that's what you want to do, as well as for long-term investing, which is what I tend to do. So if you want to support the channel, please click on the partnership link, and then what you'll do is you'll get this box here, and then you can basically put your username, email and password and just fill in the form there. If you like any of my videos and you find value in them, then please don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Okay, I want to have a quick look at the Ethereum chart. Quite a few people have asked me, why is it that Bitcoin has been going up and Ethereum hasn't done so well at the moment anyway? And this is just the way the markets work. Sometimes Bitcoin leads the way and then Ethereum follows. And many times in the past, if you've been in the space for quite a while, you'll realize that actually sometimes Ethereum leads the way and then Bitcoin follows. So this time, obviously, we've had Bitcoin leading the way and Ethereum hasn't done anything yet, but that is about to change as far as I can see from the charts. So please don't take this as financial advice, but I can just tell you my opinion that what I'm looking at. So this is the Ethereum chart on the weekly time frame. So you get a bigger overall perspective and picture of Ethereum and where it's going. So basically, it's doing very similar things, just like Bitcoin, that the current price action is corresponding to the previous price action of 2016-17. So I've drawn these channels and I've just tidied them up a little bit, so they might look a little bit different from the previous one, but they're exactly at the same levels. So we had this pink channel here in 2016, which once we broke that over here, if you have a look, I'll just go that closer there. So once we broke that, we had this parabolic rise all the way to the top. And that was actually towards the end of that bull market and ended at 1430 level. Now, similarly, something similar is happening here, because if you look at this pink channel, this corresponds to this pink channel here, and the W pattern we made there, we're making the same W pattern here. And once we broke that over here, we're right at the cusp of it now over here. So we'll have a quick look at the closer view of this, but I just wanted to show you the bigger picture view of it so that you can see quite clearly that we're coming right to the top of that before we move into this parabolic phase here. And as you can see from this point, the parabolic phase was very, very steep. So once it breaks here, then we know that Ethereum will be basically going up very, very quickly. And I can show you the chart with Ethereum against Bitcoin very shortly. But before I do that, I want to do a short-term analysis about why I think that Ethereum is about to take off in the short term. So while Bitcoin may be coming down from 30,000, and in sympathy, Ethereum may come down a little bit, but I think very quickly Ethereum would start to go up against Bitcoin, and this might be the start of that relationship in the next few weeks and months. So basically on the 4-hour chart, we seem to be bouncing in between these levels here. So we have our pink channel, as I've just shown you, on a bigger picture level. So we've got this big pink channel, but within this pink channel, we seem to be now oscillating at the higher end of this channel, at the top end, and we're coming towards the end here. So if you want to take that away, and you can see that sooner or later, we're going to be breaking this upper pink channel before we go into this parabolic phase here. So this is where we're at on the 4-hour level. And every time we make a high, we seem to be using that as a support level. So this high over here, as you can see, was used as resistance, but once we broke that, it became resistance and support. Until now, we're using this as a support level to bounce off. So same with this level here. As you can see, we use this as a guide to, once we got above it, we came back and we use that as support before moving higher. So I think this is what's going to happen to this level here, as well as the next level, which is going to be this one here. So once we get past this level, which is about 675, once we break up, we're going to use this as a bouncing step, and that's when we probably will be breaking this upper pink channel to go to the races towards the parabolic rise. So just keep an eye on that. Don't get despondent with Ethereum. I hold quite a bit of Ethereum, and I've been accumulating. While this price has been lagging behind, I've actually been accumulating Ethereum. So I'm expecting the price of Ethereum to really take off in the next few months. And my thesis is based on the Ethereum to the Bitcoin chart, which I'll just show you. So this is the Ethereum against the Bitcoin chart on the weekly time frame. And the reason why I want to show the weekly time frame is because it gives you a bigger picture of exactly where we're at. So very similarly, here in 2016, once we broke out of this W pattern here, Ethereum went ballistic against Bitcoin. Then we obviously had the bear market. So currently we're forming another W pattern here, a double bottom pattern. Look at this. And we're at the right hand side of the W. And guess what happens here? So we formed the W, we're forming a second bottom here to give us a double bottom pattern. And it's only a matter of time before we get up towards this upper channel. So you can see how this trend line here, as you can see, stretches all the way back to December 2016. So it's a very strong trend line. And we've already bounced off this once, twice, and this is the third time. Look where we are. We're exactly right on the line here. This is the bottom of the channel. So I think we've just got a little bit more to go. And this is where I think the theory that I've got, that Bitcoin is about to go to 30,000. Once it goes to 30,000 and Ethereum doesn't respond to that increase, this price will come and hit the bottom of this channel. And then when Bitcoin retraces back, that's when Ethereum will start to make its way up. So we're really at the bottom of that channel where we're going to be bouncing off from. So this is our overall bigger picture. If I zoom out, and I've got my target of 0.07 Bitcoins to every Ethereum. So my target for Ethereum is based on Bitcoin being $300,000 and Ethereum to the top of the market going to 21,450. And if that comes true, then the price of every Bitcoin will be to the ratio of 0.07. So you'll be able to buy 0.07 Bitcoins for every Ethereum at that point. Currently, the price is at 0.02. So there is some growth to be had, possibly around about 3 times. So the current price of 0.02350 tells me that we've got just a little bit more to go down to the trend line here. So I'm expecting the price to bottom out here of Ethereum to Bitcoin to around about 0.022. So at 0.022 is where I'm expecting it to bottom out. So we're really nearly there. So please, you know, if you have got Ethereum and you're feeling despondent and you're feeling really down and depressed that Bitcoin's going up and Ethereum isn't, well, there may be good news on the horizon here. Like I said, I'm following this and I'm making my own decisions on here. I can't give you financial advice, but this is what I'm seeing. We're seeing a price of Ethereum to Bitcoin at the very low end of the Bitcoin trend line here, which stretches back all the way to 5 years. I can't see this going much further down. So the probability of an upturn here is very, very high. And I think we're going to now see that. I've drawn this box here as the possible topping off of both Bitcoin and Ethereum over the next 9 to 12 months. So I've got it from August to December next year. Now, quite a few people have asked me about the XRP and what's happened in the last few days. As you're probably aware, the SEC in America is going to start a lawsuit against XRP. And as a result of that news, what we got was the XRP price falling of 24% in 24 hours. Since then, it's gone down much further, I think all the way down to about 20 cents. Now, people ask me, what am I doing? Well, I was going to hold on to my XRP because I still think that XRP will do really, really well over the next 12 months. However, I did get an email from Etoro. As you know, I use the Etoro exchange to deal and to hold my Bitcoins and Ethereums and all my altcoins, including XRP. And they sent me an email to say that they are considering their position. The recent news is that crypto exchanges are now starting to delist XRP to avoid legal troubles. So for that reason, with a heavy heart, I've had to actually sell all my XRP, because if Etoro start to delist XRP, it may well be that they don't give you enough time to get out of there, and basically your money is stuck there. And I didn't want to take that a risk and what have you. So for me, anyway, I still think XRP will do well, but unfortunately, you can't legislate for the exchanges behaving in the way they do, because they don't want to get into any legal troubles with the SEC in America. So therefore, they may take the safe decision, which is to basically delist them. So some of the exchanges have already started to delist XRP, and everybody has to make up their own mind what you want to do. I'm just telling you what I've done. While I believe in XRP, the charts are great, they look fantastic, and they look very bullish, as I've shown you in the past. But unfortunately, this changes everything for me. I've had to take my XRP and then to reinvest them elsewhere. So I thought I'd bring this to your attention and my views on the XRP news that the SEC is going to start a lawsuit against XRP very shortly. Okay, so we'll wrap it up there. Thank you once again for watching. And as we've been talking about the XRP news, the price for Bitcoin seems to have been having a little bit of a correction. I don't think this is the major correction that's going to come yet. It may well be, of course, everything is possible, but it looks to me as though it wants to come back down to the 26,000, use that as a base, and maybe go back to the next final leg, which is the 30,000. So only time will tell. If there's any developments, I'll bring them to you as soon as I see much movement in the Bitcoin price. Until then, take care, stay safe, and if you found value in this video, then please do remember to like, subscribe, and to turn on the notification bell. And if you want to leave any comments, questions, and suggestions, leave them in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, stay safe, bye for now.